Hey everyone, it's Dabicab here. Blizzard has just unveiled their newest map, Eichenwalde, pronounced with a V. And I have to say, this looks like it might actually be their most gorgeous map so far. It has this beautiful rustic look to it, and it's got this thing that a lot of the other maps were missing, which is a heavy influence of nature. I mean, you've got sort of Gibraltar, which has that coastline shot, but it quickly becomes more like industrial and metal. So this looks like beautiful. It's just, there's a lot of greenery. There's a lot of history, obviously, in this scenery with like the dead Bastion units all over the place. So I'm really excited to see this. This kind of gives you a glimpse of what Overwatch might look like if they decided to make Overwatch a fantasy genre instead of sci-fi near future. Like, you can imagine Reinhardt in full plate and like Mercy the cleric and this cool battering ram. So apparently this map is going to be the inverse of the mixed points, sort of like King's Row. So instead of capturing the point and then escorting the payload, you're going to escort the payload to the castle and then capture the point within the castle. That right there, that has to be a reference to the Skeleton King from Diablo. I mean, he's even got the mace tilted up against the wall on the side. It looks gorgeous. Oh man, I am so excited about this map, you guys. I'm like personally a big fantasy player. I really love the fantasy genre. I totally understand why they made this game like sci-fi instead of fantasy. Sci-fi just sort of suits the shooter genre a little bit better because you have more options with guns as opposed to everything being like a flintlock pistol and a crossbow. But man, this map, it really gets my imagination going. I can see how beautiful this game would be if instead of Hanamura and Gibraltar, it was like the cleric shrine and the temple of elemental evil. I think that'd be super cool, but I guess that's not meant for this reality. Perhaps in a parallel reality, someone is running around with like a Widowmaker with a lightning staff who shoots out lightning bolts with perfect accuracy. Who knows? Anyways, let me just discuss a few things I like about this map. The first is I really appreciate how they're sort of fusing the old and the new. You got these like old grandfather clocks and this stone castle and like a wooden hunting lodge. But then there's like Bastion units lying around, and there's a hovercraft and like a tank in the middle of the street. So it kind of gives you a sense of like what, like, okay, so we're used to seeing Numbani and Gibraltar, which are like very high-tech, state-of-the-art facilities. So I think this sort of gives you a feel of what the normal everyday person in the world of Overwatch experiences on a day-to-day basis. Sort of this fusion of old and new that is honestly kind of gorgeous. The artist really nailed it. I'm hoping that they successfully pull off the feel of like a defensive, heavily fortified area, because I mean, this is a castle. Castles are supposed to be well fortified. So I'm hoping that it feels like, oh man, like we've got to get past this wall, or we've got to get past this heavy fortification area, because a castle is easy to infiltrate. That's kind of defeats the point of having a castle. So we'll have to see how things go. I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to seeing some Reinhardt lore on top of all this. Blizzard also released a very short teaser for the Bastion intro. So I'm looking forward to that. I will show that in a minute. I'm sorry I've got to repeat the footage over and over on this video, but unfortunately Blizzard did not give us a whole lot to work with. Hopefully they'll unveil extra footage in the next couple of days. So yeah, I am super excited for the Bastion teaser. I feel like he is probably the most mysterious hero in all of Overwatch. So I think it'll be pretty interesting to see why he is the way that he is. So come back to my channel later and we will do an analysis of the Bastion trailer after it launches. Alright, thanks for watching. Dabicab out.